So I'm going to share with you today an art journal. I get asked all the time what an art journal is, and this is one that I'm working on. It's not finished, but I'll show you what it's starting to look like. So this is just a art journal that I purchased from the store. It's just intended, it's heavyweight drawing paper that's in here, and it's intended for wet and dry media, so it's a mixed media book, and I like it. I like the size, and so that's why I purchased it. So anyway, this particular journal is about it, it's a it, it's my reflections of someone else's book or talk, and every once in a while there will be a talk that really inspires me. And this particular one was Brene Brown's The Power of Vulnerability, her YouTube video. I really like Brene Brown. I have several of her books, and this one just really spoke to me, and so it is the start. So she talks about connection. This is watercolor on here. There's some brusho on here. Mixed media. This is cutouts from some scrapbooking materials. These letters are actually three-dimensional. They're a little bit thick, and you can feel them on the page. I made these little embellishments here just from book pages. This one too. And then she talks about shame. So this was my interpretation of shame. She talks about fear and what causes us to fear things, to fear putting ourselves out there, to step into the spotlight, so to speak. So this I haven't journaled on here yet, but I will. That's, like I said, this journal is not complete. Here's vulnerability. Now I like to put, these are just a mixture of lots of things. This is washi tape, book pages. This is like scraps that you would probably, a lot of people would throw it out, but I like it on pages, so I kind of hang on to it for stuff like this. And there's glitter on here. This is some scrapbook paper, little stickers. This is some flowers from my stash and a little brad there in the center of that flower. Worthiness. Yeah. So again, much the same materials on the page. I just use whatever I have, whatever inspires me. And I don't really have a plan when I sit down to do a page. I just think about the topic and what I'm feeling about that topic, and it goes from there. So I just begin by putting things on the page and going from there. So here's being wholehearted and courage. Yeah, I liked how this page turned out. This has some Sharpie metallic markers on it. It's a nice page. Compassion, having compassion for ourselves. This one is connect with authenticity, and what this is some of the things that she had to say about that I added in here. Fully embrace vulnerability. Yeah, okay, this one is about control and willingness to submit. That can be hard. This one is spiritual awakening. So, okay, and then the whole talk is about vulnerability, so there's aspects of vulnerability almost on every page. This one I thought was powerful. I haven't really done all that much more to it. I got it done, and it was just like, yeah, you know, here's what happens. You get all this stuff in your head, and you're not supposed to feel. You feel shame. You're afraid to let that out, but you've got all this stuff going on inside your head, and it can be really overwhelming to have that. Think. This is just thinking about things. Being certain. Blame. And we always want to blame something, someone. Yeah. And we try to perfect. Yeah, perfect, perfect. Here's, we try to perfect our children. We don't want them to be a mess, and we want them to look perfect. Yeah, we pretend. Be deeply seen. See, she's hiding over here. And yeah, love with your whole heart. This one, this page, you can't see it on the video, but this is all sparkly. This is some sprays that are on here, and it's actually really pretty. I wish I could have you see really the extent of that. This is some stamping that I did on this page, and some string art and things like that on there. This is a cutout that I did with die cuts. Okay, and this has become something that really speaks to me. I use it a lot. It is my kind of my logo page almost. It's just become something that really represents to me the power of art and how it is part of my happiness and keeping myself healthy emotionally. It's kind of interesting too, just as I look at it, because when I created this, I was in a place of change at that time where I was embracing my artistic self, and I was coming into authenticity and pushing shame away. I was starting to burst out. You see how I have it in a frame and it's bursting out of that frame? I was coming out of old ideas about myself and about art, and it just really speaks to me. I could do a whole video just on this picture, explaining this picture, but this has been a very powerful tool for me. So there you go. This is what I do with art journals. They really are something I've come to love and appreciate. And they are worth just giving yourself permission to play and giving a try.